I started farming in 1968, about 57 years. I can remember what it smelled like to plow the ground. I can remember what it felt like to be able to go harvest your crop. Greatest thing in the world. Things have changed a lot since then. The physical part today, nothing like it was then. But the mental part is much more strenuous today.
It's not easy what we do. The suicide rate for farmers is pretty high. It's because we deal with a lot of things that we can't control. You can do everything right in the field and a hurricane comes and demolishes the crop, and you can't do anything about it.
These last few years have been a struggle.
We've endured hurricanes, we've endured disasters, we've endured drought, we've endured excessive rain over the past couple of years. And every year for the past 3 years, the farmers gotten kicked in the teeth with no safety net out there at this point because we're basing it off of 10 years ago.
The prices are way too low for your direct expenses that are in the crop.
A farm will not service that debt with the income that we have, and it goes back to production costs. So that alone has created a monster with most people. Now it is so hard to grow a farm for a young farmer. We all know much debt puts you into slavery, and that's exactly how they feel.
Everything is on our shoulders. We decide what our employees do every day. We have to decide what to do in the fields, what to give the crop what it needs. We're always the final decision maker. So the weight of that every day it's kind of scary at times.
Farming is like sailing a ship. It's your ship. It's your liability to keep it floating and to keep it going on a destination. And you're constantly looking over the bow, and when you see something coming, you better start right then changing the course. You can't wait till that iceberg comes or till you hit the ground because your ship is sinking. And that's in every farmer's mind. He's always constantly looking over the bow. It's never off of your mind. It's something, decisions that you make every day, and today you can't make a bad decision.
Farming it's a way of life. It's not the easiest way of life. And to me, if you can't take pressure, this is not where you need to be, because it is just pressure packed every day.
We get hit every year, it's something, but you push through and figure out how to cope. I don't know how, I really don't. It's just like something kicks in your brain and you're like, what can I do to get past this?
When you get a bad flock of birds, which is gonna happen, and knowing that you're gonna work your tail off, and you know you're still gonna do bad, but we do it anyways. We get in there and we get it done. We have 56 days that those birds are in our care, and every morning and through the night is gonna be the same. We're gonna get up and we're gonna get it done, and we'll work twice or 3 times as hard on a bad flock, because that's just what chicken farmers do.
Part of being a farmer is being resilient and being able to adapt at what life throws at you. And you're not gonna come out here and make it if you can't adapt. So weather or regulation or anything that comes our way, you know, we train ourselves to be able to adapt and face that problem head on. And the toughness that you build up out here is gonna benefit the next generation to carry on.
I walk out the door every day and know that I'm going to do something that I love. I literally love what I do every day. I'm not groaning about going to work. I'm thinking about what's the next thing that I can do to make my farm better. And it's worth every penny, every stress, every tear, every sweat that you put into it when you harvest that crop. And I feel like it's making me better as a person to be able to put adversity aside and work harder to have a future for me and my family.
You do it because this is my place. I own this ground right here. When something breaks at the chicken house, whenever it's bad birds or whatever, it's mine. I own that. And so it brings you a sense of pride. I don't know why anybody would want to do anything else.
I like going through hard times and being able to survive. It makes us stronger, and it's not for the money. It's to do this bigger purpose. It's a bigger purpose.
Grit,
Hard, determined,
dirty,
You know, you got to have a little bit of nastiness.
don't take no for an answer.
grinding your teeth,
You get knocked down and get back up and keep going.
giving it everything you have. And that pretty much describes a farmer. Grit.
Grit doesn't wear a name tag.
It doesn't need applause.
Grit isn't loud, it doesn't beg for attention.
It doesn't quit when the forecast is bad and the road gets rough. No matter how hard, how hot, or unpredictable.
Grit wakes up early, stays late.
Shows up again and again when no one's watching and everyone's counting on you.
Here in Louisiana, grit is in our soil.
It's in our voices, it's in our families, it's who we are.
We are Farm Bureau, and this is what grit looks like.
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 We are Farm Bureau, and this is what grit looks like.